different animals. I've got this and I also have a problem.
Good evening, Bill.
Hello there.
So if I'm sitting there.
No, there used to be this guy that's booked, you know, right?
Where's everybody on there tonight?
I don't know. I may be the only one on there.
I either fall asleep.
I can't hear him. I can't hear him. He's not coming.
Over there. They come out.
Oh, okay. I'll come over here where I can hear you.
Hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay.
Where is everybody tonight? They all asleep or?
I don't know. Maybe they're just a little late tonight. I'm not sure. Or maybe they took off for Christmas.
I don't know. I would have figured Ken would have been on there or.
Yeah, Ken,
you know,
Ken normally always shows up.
yeah. He probably looked up. He'll look up in a minute and go, oh, it's already 6:30.
I've done that too. Doesn't look like much of a crowd down there tonight.
Oh, there's a half a dozen of us is about all there is right at the moment. I figure that most of them wander in between 7 and 7:30. I didn't figure a big crowd tonight anyway, being the week of Christmas.
Yeah, that's
We had a debate on whether or not to actually have it tonight and then said, yeah, why not? So. Huh?
There's a circuit breaker.
And it's no good?
Just popped open.
Mark's over there playing with a cord, so it might be dangerous.
That's why I'm letting Sam do it. He's expendable. You're not. You're better. Okay.
Well, we'll hope we'll get at least 2 or 3 more on Zoom tonight. Either that or you just got to yell real loud, Bill.
or retire to the recliner.
Yeah, there you go. Get you something good to drink and get your feet up.
Absolutely.
Sir, your cable is ready, sir.
Thank you.
Tips are.
Right.
Oh, somebody's got a meter out. Must be doing some troubleshooting there.
Yeah, Mark was doing that on a power cord for us. Hey, I told you Ken would show up.
Yeah, there he is. There's Ken.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening, Ken.
I can hear you, but I can't see you. Where you at, Mark? There you are.
Hey, I was sitting over here close to the computer because I can't hear it out there on the floor.
I understand that. What have you been up to?
Oh, trying to play with some more antenna stuff.
Well, I knew you would be. You're
Well-
you're hooked on antennas now.
I tell you, Sandberg he called me the other day and he had another idea.
What was that?
He said you got that 9-ballon end fed and you got it running from a privacy fence up to your roof. And I said, yeah. He said, I'm gonna bring my DX Commander pole, just the pole, the 32-foot pole, over to the house. And we're going to start at the top of it there and run that 24 feet of line down to where the ballon just stops. Then we're going to run some ground radials off of that.
Yeah.
And he said, you're going to have a 9-ballon end fed that's vertical. And he said, I wonder that'll work. He said, I bet it works a whole lot better than what you got set up now.
I know it will.
So we're going to try that.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to get my 2-meter 440 Yagi aimed at your house.
All right. When you get done, let me know and we'll do a QSO. We can do voice or digital mode or CW.
Well, I want to try voice. That's what, 144-200?
Yes, that's correct.
I want to try voice with you on it,
Okay.
and then we'll try digital.
There's Sam. There's Santa Claus.
Yeah, he coming to visit us tonight.
Well, I want to make sure that I've been good then.
Right. You want to make sure he's got all kinds of good amateur gear in his sack too, you know.
I want him to put some in my sack.
He brought you a radio.
That's a good looking Santa Claus.
Talk to him, Santa.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. I
Just
thought
gave
I'd
you
get
5
a
SST here.
ho 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 out of you.
I've been doing that all day.
I
Ho,
bet you
ho.
have.
That's not legal anymore.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
You get in
with all the political correctness, Santa now has to say, "Lady of the evening, lady of the evening, lady of the evening."
Yeah,
You gotta be politically correct.
that's right.
Are you learning? Mark taking care of you?
Oh, yeah. You been doing any ham operating?
Yeah, I do a little bit. I haven't got an antenna or anything up to do any of the UHF or VHF. I'm mainly just doing the DMR and my handheld right now until I can
Yeah.
get my son-in-law to help me and put up a antenna.
Yeah, you gotta have antenna.
Yeah.
Gotta get it up in the air.
Oh yeah.
That's what Bill
Once I do
said.
that, I'll be getting doing stuff and getting on the air.
Those can turn into quite the projects, as I've
Yeah.
found out.
Yeah, he'll be blaming me before long. Bill will be
Yeah.
blaming me for his antenna project. Keeps
Not
growing.
really. I
Well, I'm going to do one of those. I'm going to go ahead and do it and then ask for forgiveness rather than permission.
That's the way you do it.
I lived out there when it was a gravel road. There was nothing but a one-way gravel road. If you met somebody coming when you were coming home and they were leaving, one of you had to pull over in the dirt and wait for the other one to get by.
Yeah,
Now I've got gated communities all up around me.
I know.
But I own 5.5 acres of land and I'm going to do what I want to.
You got room to put up some antennas in.
Yeah, if the city says anything, then I'll just tell them tough.
Tell them that ARRL has lawyers too.
Yeah, there you go.
So where's your 5 acres at?
It's down in the Purcell, Pauls Valley area.
Mhm. Well, that's certainly enough room to put up an antenna or two.
I hope so. I just got to get somebody to help me do it. I can't do it.
I'm getting there. I'm gonna have to get Bill over to help me.
Well, I had an illegal alien cross the center line, hit me head on several years ago.
Is that right?
And I had to rebuild my hip and I've got steel rods in my legs and I had to redo my knees. My back's all messed up. So my days of doing things like climbing in trees and putting up with stuff like that, I have to depend on others to do that.
Don't you hate that?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
Well, Bill, how's your antenna project coming along?
Well, I got a little more done on the on the hex beam.
Good.
And I hate to admit this, but it finally dawned on me that I can't build that thing inside my building
Because you can't get it out?
because I can't get it out.
Yeah, that's a bummer.
So I'm going to put it together, I think, inside the building and then probably partially disassemble it enough to get it out.
Yeah,
Get all the wire links cut correctly and if the holes need to be drilled or aimed, go through all the hassle that you normally go through, put something together and then.
yeah. Get it done inside and then take it apart enough to get it out.
Right.
Is that your plan?
Yeah, that's the plan as it stands. I think I can take it about half apart and maybe maneuver it out the door.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, I think. Better than trying to put it together out in the cold.
Yeah, if I had it together once, it should go back together fairly quick, I think, or at least that's my theory.
I think you're right. You got your ditch covered up and you got your coax in there and everything?
I don't have the coax in it. I was kind of waiting on putting the coax in until,
Oh, you was working on the rotor cable, wasn't you?
yeah. And I'm gonna need to get some pull rope I bought is not really long enough. I'm gonna have to take that back and get a spool of pull rope or something.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I use that nylon, I think it's Dacron. It looks like parachute cord with the black covering over it.
What diameter do you normally use?
For that pull rope stuff, it's about 1/4 inch diameter, but it's got, tremendous amount of test strength.
Yeah. Yeah. You get it at Lowe's or Home Depot or,
Well, I get it online.
oh, okay.
Can't remember, polystyrene or poly something. Get it on the spool. You have to Google it.
Yeah, those woven poly ropes are, like you say, they're really strong.
Yeah. I know, I'm thinking that one that I'm using is 600 pound test.
Oh, yeah, I imagine it's at least that.
So that ought to probably be more than I'd put on it pulling I'm through, but you know, I use that for the guy ropes on that 60-foot vertical out there too. I can't remember, that might be the bigger. I had some bigger diameter, like maybe 5/16. I think that's what I'm using out there for guy ropes on that 60-foot vertical.
Yeah, I keep vacillating to whether to put any guy ropes on that tower I've got. I mean, I'm within their specification for wind
Yeah.
load. So, you know, theoretically it doesn't need any, but
Yeah, and another thing too is your gin pole is going to really stiffen it up, because your gin pole goes way up there, and if you put a foot on that gin pole that touches the tower, you follow me?
yeah, yeah.
Whenever you tighten up the winch, it'll pull that tower up against that foot that's sticking out there, and that's like having extra tower from that point down, because you're tied to that gin pole there.
Yeah, that goes up almost halfway. It goes up,
Yeah.
it goes up 19 feet in the tower's 40. So it's almost
Mhm.
halfway up the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that. I've seen that in the pictures on yours. It's kind of a V-shaped thing that your tower.
It's a piece of angle iron, and one leg of the tower fits right into that V on the angle iron.
Yeah, I'd have to find some aluminum angle or something. That can't use any steel on that aluminum tower
Yeah.
because of the corrosion.
I don't think it'd make a difference since it's not bolted to it. It's just resting against it.
Yeah, or you know, I could put something in it to
Yeah.
something non-conductive in there, so some canvas or something like that, just so it wouldn't.
Piece of rubber mat or something.
Yeah, something along those lines. I should have thought of that before I put the gin pole up.
You can't think of everything.
I can probably bolt it to that
Yeah.
gin pole. That gin pole is plenty thick to drill and tap.
Yeah.
It's 1/4 inch wall thick.
What's the diameter of it?
It's
3.5.
no, it's 4.5 OD.
Mm-hmm. I was going to say, you could always it'll be plenty tough enough to drill and tap, or just drill and put a bolt all the way through it.
Yeah, I drilled it and tapped it for the winch, and that worked okay.
And another thing you could do is put U-bolts around it, big U-bolts around it,
Yep. Mhm.
a couple of them, be all you need.
If I could find any of that big.
Yeah. And, this irrigation tubing that I use on my verticals that I build is 4-inch diameter and 4-inch exhaust U-bolts fit right around it.
Okay.
You can go to auto parts store and buy 4-inch U-bolts. They fit right on it.
So what have you been up to this week, Ken? Have you been working on anything or?
No, I haven't. I've done a little bit of FT8 on 17 meters. I just pick and choose the few DX that I like, and I've worked. I think it's about two or 3 days ago, about 6 o'clock. About 6 o'clock in the evening, I worked Philippines and South Korea, and then night before last, about the same time, I worked China on
Wow.
17 meters. I'm running 80 watts into a dipole.
And work China. What? 17 meters?
17 meters, yeah.
Yeah.
1.8 megahertz band. And van was closed up tonight. The only station that I seen on there before I started this was Argentina station. And I worked a few more moon bounce things. I worked Estonia. I don't know if I told you that or not.
No. That's got to be fairly rare.
Yeah, it is.
Probably not too many hams in Estonia.
No, especially that do moon bounce.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
I've worked quite a few stations in Belgium and England, France and Germany. And I've worked a couple of Russians.
Yeah, there's a Russian outfit over there that builds linear amplifiers. Have you ever seen their ads?
I did look at one recently. I don't remember the name of it, but I was looking for a 70 centimeter amplifier, and I was looking and I found one I liked, and then I noticed that it was a 6 meter amplifier. But as far as what you're probably talking about is a HF amplifier, right?
Yeah, 160 through 6.
Uh-huh.
There's
Yeah.
one in there's an outfit, small outfit in Greece and one in Russia. And then there's one in Germany too that build linears.
Well, I would trust the Italy or the German one more than the Russian one.
Yeah, it would make me a little nervous sending a check to the Russians.
Well, what I think about is, how do you get it fixed if it breaks?
Well, that's true too. I mean, if you can't troubleshoot it yourself, and
Yeah.
I mean,
And you can bet if these new solid state amplifiers got circuit boards in there that's got chips on them that they might not even be marked as what they are.
it could be. Yeah, it would be make me a little nervous buying it from. They've sold some in the States. They were making like a 2 kilowatt version, I talked to one guy in the United States that had one of them or
Mhm.
has one of them, and he didn't have anything good to say about it.
Yeah.
He apparently had a lot of trouble with it. Um,
How much amplifier are you looking for? How much power?
Oh, I don't know. I'm just kind of looking.
Yeah.
I'll probably just try to get on the air with 100 watts and see what I can do. And then,
Yeah. Well, I've had big amplifiers before, and I don't have any big amplifiers now, except my homemade ones for 630 meters. And I have this small amp for 70 centimeters. It's, I think it's supposed to be 175, 80 watts, but I'm only getting about 120 or 25 or 30 out of it. Then it saturates, won't put out any more, no matter how much more drive you put into it. So
yeah,
on a solid state amplifier, you find where it saturates at, and you back off a little bit and don't push it. So by doing that, I'm getting about 130 watts out of the amplifier. Then I have some loss to my coax, so I'm lucky if I'm getting 100 watts at the antenna. You know, you have quite a bit of loss at 432 megahertz.
is that the amplifier you designed and built?
No, this is a store-bought.
Oh, okay.
The ones I build are for 630 meter band, which is
Oh, okay.
475 kilohertz. And this moon bounce is on 432 megahertz. A lot
Little
higher
difference
in
there.
frequency.
So are more people getting on moon bounce now, or is that?
There's always been a lot of people on it. I was on 10 years ago, and there was a lot of people on 2 meters in, and they've migrated up since then from 2 meters to 70 centimeters. And there's getting to be a lot of them on 1296 now. And those guys are using dish antennas. A lot of those old C-band TV dish antennas.
Yeah,
And they changed
those-
the feed horn so it's resonant for 1296. And
those were big dishes.
they were from 8 to 12 foot, some of them bigger than that. I've worked several guys that's using dishes that are around 10, 12 foot, and their signal is not any better than some of the stations that's running 4 long Yagis.
That's what you're doing, isn't it?
I've got 2 long Yagis.
Too.
They're 27 feet long, 25 elements
Wow.
each.
Is that a homebrew antenna?
My homebrew antennas is not quite that big. These 2 I'm running now are store-bought. And the 2 of them together, I get 20 dB gain. That's a lot of gain, but you know,
It is. That's a lot of gain.
nothing compared to the big boys.
That you can do it with antenna. That's a lot better than trying to do it with power
Yeah,
amplifiers.
yeah. The problem with doing it with the big amp, and there's a lot of guys do this. They might have 1 long Yagi and 800 watts. Well, you can hear them, but they can't hear you because they don't have any receiver gain.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that hex beam works.
Oh, it'll work good. What's the gain of that? 6 dB?
Yeah, it's. I think they advertise like 5.5 or something
Yeah.
like that. Nearly 6 dB.
Yeah, I was just guessing. Probably different on different bands.
Yeah, and then I lose a little bit in the long coax run.
You won't lose much. You won't lose very much except on 6 and 2 meters, and I mean 6 and 10 meters, but it'll still work.
Yeah, yeah, I'll lose a little bit, but
You don't need much power on 6 meters. When it's open, you don't need much.
There was called, double pole, double throw. So.
does it kind of follow 10 meters as far as being open?
6 meters is a wonderful band and a lot of fun when it's open. Yeah. It's open in the summertime mostly. June is when it opens up, and 10 meters is better in the wintertime. Matter of fact, 10 meters, I haven't been on it, but I've heard that it's been open some. There's John. I'll let him talk for a while. Let my voice rest.
Yeah, you sound a little hoarse there. Hey, John, we can see your name, but we can't hear you or see you.
You know, someday, you're gonna come in here.
We see you, John. Oh, we got everything but video now.
Yeah, I'm getting on here. Just 1 second.
No,
RCA stuff that I didn't need. And somebody else had the right stuff, and threw it away. Run that radio out, you're ready to go.
I felt pretty stupid when I was talking to you about, yeah, I've got a big building. I can build that beam inside the building, and I've got heat and in the building, and I thought that's gonna really be cool. And I thought, man, I can't get it. I've got a 10-foot by 10-foot door.
yeah.
And I thought, that thing's 22 feet across. There's no way that's going out the door.
Still a good idea to build it indoors.
Yeah, I agree. I think
Don't have
It
to worry
all-
about rain and mud and cold and all that crap.
get all the kinks worked out
Yeah.
where your hands work. My hands don't work too well when they get cold.
Well, mine don't either.
Get stiff.
Speaking of building your antenna in there, I have a neighbor down here. This has been 20 or so years ago. He he built a room on the side of his house. He had a Henry J car, if you know what that is.
Yeah, oh yeah, I do.
And he had an old Henry J he was restoring, and he built a room on the side of his house. He put that Henry J in there, and he closed it in with no door to get it out. And he did that on purpose. And as far as I know, it's still in there for 10 or 15 years.
Did he ever finish it?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, John,
I don't know very much. How you doing, Ken?
hey, I'm a little hoarse tonight, so you guys are gonna have to do some of the talking.
Yeah, well, why you hoarse?
I give up.
You what now?
Who's in here? Destroyed the video, the computer.
I didn't hear you, Ken.
I said I have no clue.
Oh,
Probably
Hang
COVID. Probably COVID.
oh, quit it. Being out there in the cold, show me them antennas. That's what it is.
Oh, well, that's what I was gonna say, is can we document? All day today.
Oh, they got their microphone going in the,
I left.
yeah.
So what's new in the Bill Boyd saga?
I finally came to the realization that if I put that hex beam all together inside my building, I'm not gonna be able to get it out the door.
Next year's stuff.
I didn't hear you. Mark's got the,
Somebody's gonna have to call them, tell them to fix that problem.
I'm fixing to.
Well, I use a
Hoping you would.
power cable from one of my laptops in here somewhere. So I could bring one because I knew I had.
Mark,
I might have power cables over here. I might have one in my bed, in my bag. That's awesome.
What's up?
there he is.
Who you want?
We couldn't hear each other talk, Mark.
Turn that off.
That's what's.
So you want us to turn off? Is that it?
Yeah, yeah.
I was gonna sing.
Well, we couldn't miss that.
Well, go
Oh,
ahead.
yes, you could.
So what are they working on down there tonight?
I don't know. I gotta look.
Got a little laptop going there with some program. Yeah,
Grizzle's playing with his laptop. Mark's playing with his wire strippers.
oh,
Lee's setting up an antenna outside, doing something.
Tell Mark I got a toy for him on Friday.
Which Mark?
Klein,
Mark Klein.
Mr. Section Manager.
Oh, there he is. I thought you were coming by here.
Yeah, not tonight. I got too much family going on.
That'll work. Thank you.
Sam, what have you been doing?
Oh, I'm doing good. Doing good. So-
Anything constructive?
Oh, not really. Oh, just about fell out of a chair. Oh, I've got, what have I? I don't know, the time just goes by and I don't know really where it goes. I've been doing a lot of 3D printing lately.
Yeah. What are you building?
Well, I did some, do you know what a Pokemon is?
Yeah.
Okay, I did a bunch of those for my granddaughter
Mhm.
and she's into Pokemon. And I just did some gift boxes that I found a plan for my wife to use for her sisters. But my 3D printer is kind of like a 4-year-old. It does really good until you turn your back on it, and then it gets into a mess. So
Yeah.
takes a lot of time, but it does a nice job.
Grab Mr. Section Manager real quick.
Where'd he go?
Okay.
He says, "Go ahead."
Tell me when I want to deliver this to you, where you want me to bring it to you. Ken gave it to me today.
Well, where are you gonna be tomorrow? Oh, cool.
Yeah, I'll be in Norman.
For Friday, what was your plans?
Wherever I can deliver this to you, I'll bring it out to you.
Okay. My office, if you're running around tomorrow,
Yeah.
office is at 3201 Bros, just south of the Tecumseh Hospital.
Hold on one second.
It's easy.
321 what?
3201 Bros, BROCE Drive. And if not, well, I'll meet you somewhere.
No, it's fine. I'll bring it to you.
I want you to go take it to him, John, because I want to know if he really works.
Oh, Sam's been there.
Well, so I stopped. Hey, Mark, this is a special trip for you. I rode out there for you, buddy.
You're the man. I don't care. I'm going to stop saying bad things about you.
I wish you would.
Well, maybe cut it in half.
Okay, just a little bit. Just a little
Yeah.
bit. Just a little bit.
Oh, that's super. I'll give it a try, man. We'll see what happens. Is that VHF or UHF? I forgot.
That feed horn,
Yeah,
it's UHF.
UHF. Oh, ooh, I thought it was VHF. Wow, I'm gonna try that.
Hey, I've worked a few guys at running 10 and 12-foot dish antennas, and they're running 300 to 600 watts.
Oof, I gotta get some power.
Yeah, me too. I don't have enough power.
Thank you to both of you guys.
You're welcome.
And John, you got my number, don't you?
Yeah, it's the number in the card, right?
Yeah, it's everywhere. Yeah.
I'll shoot you a text when I get done tomorrow, and I'll bring it to you.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. That was we got to take care of our section manager, you know.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be happy about that, Mr. Ken.
Well, I appreciate your getting it to him.
Yeah, I meant to get it last week to him, but we
He's in no
got.
hurry. He probably won't use it for another year.
I agree. So Mr. Bill, where are you at in your project?
Oh, I was just telling Ken that I was talking about building that hex beam inside my building and where it's nice and warm. But then I finally came to the realization that it wasn't going to go out the door. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put it together inside and then take it apart enough that I can get it out the door, you know, work out all the kinks and bugs of assembly inside, and then take enough. I'll probably have to take half of it off, take half of the bows off, and then I think I can get it out the door, and then it should go back together pretty quick.
Well, it wasn't that bad today, was it, Ken? We got out there, it was what?
I'm sorry.
No, I was talking to Ken.
It must have been 60 degrees.
60 something, yeah.
It was nice outside.
As long as you got a hat on.
Yeah.
And Friday it's going to be 78.
Yeah.
So there's some.
Yeah, we got some warm weather coming up.
Yeah, it's really unseasonable, which means that February is going to suck.
We're already ahead of last year, though.
Yeah.
Last year, up till now, we had some bad weather.
Yeah. No, yeah, the October tree disaster. Oh.
Yeah.
Ken, I was thinking about what you said about that 40-meter deal. And I realized when I went out there and I looked, all of my other inverted V antennas, they're up past 10 feet when they slope down.
The ends of them?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
And I was thinking about it, and I was thinking about, yeah, that's probably why I have trouble on 40.
Well, like I say, a vertical works good for DX from 40 meters on down in frequency because you get the low angle of radiation.
Right.
And from 40 up, Yagi is what you need.
Yeah.
Something with some gain.
I'll take a picture of this tree and send it to you. This tree is just blocking me completely. It's a big old cottonwood.
I hate cottonwood trees anyway.
Man, they shed all year long.
Yeah.
And I just got rid of all the leaves, and now come May, all the cotton will come off them.
Yeah. I don't know why anybody would plant a cottonwood tree in their yard.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. So,
is it in the middle of your yard or?
Man, so it sits right at the fence line, but it's growing over my roof.
Roof of your house?
Yeah.
That's bad news.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to cut it down.
Yeah, it sounds like it's chainsaw time.
Yeah, but this thing is massive. I mean, it's huge.
How big around the trunk?
Oh, easily thinking probably 3 feet,
Yeah.
4 feet.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's massive.
The problem with
Yeah.
that, taking down a big tree in town, is not falling on your roof or your fence or your neighbor's roof or something like that. It's hard to do on them big trees. Out here in the country, it's not so bad. I've cut down a lot of trees out here that were pretty big, but they were far enough away. I didn't have to worry about them hitting my house or something.
The only thing I'm worried about is so the sewer line comes right back through there, and I'll knock that over. And it's right there on the easement. So I'm gonna have to have the city come out and look at it.
Yeah.
Before they do anything, before they try to root it or whatever. I don't know if the roots are prone to that line or not, or.
What, your sewer been backing up? Or?
No, it hasn't, but at the same time, it's right there.
Yeah,
So-
it could cause a problem.
So you're gonna have to have somebody from the city come out and look.
Is
And
it,
mark-
is it the city sewer line you're worried about?
Yeah. And I mean, it's not just a sewer line. There's a manhole cover in
Yeah.
my backyard.
Well, maybe the city will take that tree out for you
Yeah,
to protect their sewer line.
I'm gonna have to ask them about it.
I would, because if you pay someone to take that big sucker out, it'll be $1,000.
Yeah, and if they break something, I'm liable for that too.
Yeah.
So something to look at. So I say Mr. Bill, while he's waiting for the warm weather, needs to throw a wire in the tree.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Hey, John got a taste of FT8 digital today.
I did.
He got to watch me make a contact.
Oh,
I got an
really?
education.
Huh?
Said I got an education on it. Yeah,
It's pretty cool, isn't it?
it really is. As a matter of fact, whenever I got home, I went down to 14074,
Yeah.
and it was just banging.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was just
So-
getting it.
20 meters is always banging like that. As a matter of fact, there's so much on there, it's hard to make a contact because
Yeah.
there's wall to wall on there.
What's keeping you from getting on FT8, John?
I'm waiting on a plug.
Waiting on what?
Connector,
Go ahead, Ken.
a connector.
Oh, just a connector?
Yeah. It's in Dallas right now.
But you can copy it. He's copying it with his little SDR receiver. But,
Right.
but he can't transmit yet. Or you can't receive either on the Kenwood, can you?
Not yet, but I can receive on the SDR.
Yeah.
And let's
Um,
see where it's at right now. Just look at it.
17 meters was dead tonight about 6:30, which was unusual.
Yeah, 14.074 is just dead.
It's dead already? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gone.
17 meters died too early tonight too. So that means you're gonna have to go down to 30 meters. See if 30 meters is open.
What's the frequency for FT8 on 30?
Oh, just a minute and I'll tell you.
I'll pull it up.
Yeah, I can't get there from here.
I'll be
Ken.
right back, guys.
Ken, how's your moon bouncing going?
I've worked quite a few stations. My newest one, I worked Estonia. Let me get my list here. I worked Germany, Russia, United States, Germany, Netherlands, England, United States, Estonia, another Russian, and Slovenia. I worked Slovenia.
Wow, pretty cool.
Hey, Sam, can you ask Mark if he can enable screen sharing?
Sure.
Thank you.
We enable screen sharing.
Right click on whoever it is.
John, you want to share a screen?
Yes, sir.
Right click on him and say make co-host.
Right
There you go.
Okay. I did what he said. That should work.
All right, thank you, Sam. What's that frequency, Ken?
I never did find it. Let me go to this other computer. I think it's 10.140.
All right, give me a second to get there.
I can go there on this other, on the K3.
Yeah, there's a lot going on there. Okay, hold on. I've got to do something here. Really?
Well, John, is your transmitter still broken or you have another transmitter you use?
1 second. You're probably not going to hear me for a minute because I'm doing something. Well, yeah, there it is. Can you still hear me, Bill?
Yeah.
Okay, good. I'm doing something for Ken here. I'm showing him my receiver for FT8, how I'm
Okay.
doing it.
I just went to 40 meters and it's booming in here. 40 meters is wall to wall QSOs going on.
What's that frequency?
It's 7.074, I think.
Yeah, no, you ain't joking.
7.074, and I'm using it's on the 17 meter antenna, and they're still blasting in like crazy.
All right, 1 second. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna show it what I was doing
Okay.
the other day. As soon as I get it going.
I don't see too many at the fire station at the moment.
Bunch of them outside.
Well, what are they doing outside?
Lee brought this, hang on.
They're working on an antenna or something?
What's an 80 to 6 meter vertical that you just stick in the ground and basically jab in the ground. It's 14 foot tall and then has radials that run off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And you gotta hook it up in 10 minutes and talk to the world.
Yeah, but it's vertically polarized.
Could you hear him? Okay. Well, I don't know, time it bounces off the world and who knows how it's polarized. But
Yeah, I could hear him, but 6 meter being vertically polarized, and only other person that's vertically polarized is people that's operating 6 meters mobile.
I can't remember what the name, this is a $200 knockoff of a $600 or $800 antenna.
I can't imagine ever paying $600 for a HF antenna.
Me either.
You guys are making me feel bad now.
You got more than one band, right?
What's that? Yeah, I've got a
You
lot.
have more than one band anyway.
Yeah, I got multiple bands.
Yeah. Well, that 2 meter moon bounce antenna that I had, it had 4 $300 Yagis on it. That's 1,200. And then the power divider and phasing lines, all that's another 3.
I'll be right back, guys.
You ever get the tracking, automatic tracking stuff set up on that?
Yeah, boy, I can track that moon, and I can start the program, and when the moon comes above the horizon, the antenna rotates around there and locks right on it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep this mic muted unless I'm ready to talk, so.
Okay. Good to talk to you, Sam.
Yeah, I'm sitting here right behind the camera, but I don't know why neither one of you are that pretty, but
That's for sure.
I can't hear you if I get pretty far from the computer.
But we appreciate you being behind the camera.
Yeah, I haven't shaved in about a week. Yeah.
Who cares? Yeah, I see there's more people there than I thought.
Yeah, they keep coming and going.
That's a different attitude than like 2 years ago.
Didn't expect there to be this many people here at all today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know if anybody would be on tonight or not, but thought I'd give it a try.
He waved at us when he went by.
Usually it's at least John and Ken and I show up. And
Yep.
Sorry, I'm not trying to ignore you. Somebody was knocking on my door.
Was it the Amazon guy bringing you some Christmas presents?
No, I'm about wore out with that. I have every Thomas the Train Engine there is, and I'm trying to get this thing to work, and I don't know why it's not.
You're trying to get the SDR to work?
No, it's working. I'm on 7.74.
Yeah.
And I don't know if what we're talking about is messing me up here.
Do you see signals on the waterfall?
Oh yeah. So here, I'll show you what I'm looking at real quick. And then I'll bring up WSJT. But my daughter came rushing out here. Somebody's in the door. I'm like, well, get the door. What do you want to do about it?
Grab your gun and go check the door.
Thank you, Sam.
Hey, I got a different looking screen now.
There you go. You see that?
No? Now,
yeah,
dude.
now we can.
Wow, that's looking good, man.
So
So that's what you're seeing, but
yeah, but here's WSJT. When I pull it up, it's not. It should be. I don't know. Let's stop this for a second and see something. Audio.
time.
Oh, I know what the problem is.
Take your time, John. We're not doing nothing anyway.
It's the RTL. I got it. There we go. That's different. Yeah. See if that decodes anything.
Oh, you need to be on the upper sideband. It's like you're on lower sideband.
Oh, there it goes.
Now,
There we are.
maybe it'll decode now.
Well, I had it working this morning, or whenever I got to talking to you.
Yeah. You
I
got all that USB bridge, COM port bridge and all that crap. That's why
I gotta look at it. 1 second. Let's see here.
every time you power up, when you're set up like that, something changes.
Yeah, I think it has something to do with me talking to y'all on Zoom. I think that's what it is.
Having Zoom running.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, but it does decode. It does do what it's supposed to do.
Yeah.
If you can see over here, there's a cable that says VB. And well, hold on, let's see here. Let's go to sounds.
The only thing we can see is big image of your SDR and then small images of us over on the side.
Oh, sorry about that.
So no problem.
Yeah, so all right. So I'm gonna go silent for a minute to see if this works.
Okay. I think what it is, got too many USB things going. Got a USB microphone and 2 or 3 USB ports to run that SDR and WSJTX and this SDR program. All that stuff going through the USB. I think the reason that this image here that we're looking at, Bill, is stopping and starting is probably not enough computing power
Yeah, it could be.
to do everything.
Yeah, you're probably right.
We had Santa Claus and now we've got Frosty.
I see. Are you seeing the SDR screen, Sam?
Yep. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look at that.
I'm gonna go over here and see what stations is being decoded on 40 meters.
So does it decode also, or is it just a waterfall?
I think he said he had it decoding earlier. But he hadn't been able to get it to decode so far tonight.
Okay. I'm seeing a lot of DX, and the best DX I've just seen on 40 meters is the Czech Republic is blasting in.
Really?
Yeah. And that's on a 17 meter dipole antenna on 40 meters. There we go. There's the waterfall. And it looks like the waterfall is running.
There's a button over there that says decode.
Yeah.
I don't know, can you guys hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, so I fixed it, but it's a virtual sound card that's going from the SDR to the FT8 there.
Well, you got too many USB things going.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't get mine to work when I'm like doing the Zoom.
Yeah. Zoom takes up a lot of bandwidth.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. But no, I have got it to work. So
Yeah.
there's a virtual deal there.
Yeah. Did you hear me a while ago when I said my best DX that I seen on that one decode, where it decoded about 20 stations at one time, and the best one I seen in there was Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, I heard that.
So 40 meters is open to Europe, and I'm using a 17-meter dipole. If I had a 40-meter vertical hooked up to it, it'd really be blasting in.
And so now it's changed back. Okay, good. Yeah, so it seems to work whenever I'm not on Zoom. If I got on Zoom, I could show you, but
Yeah, Zoom is eating up bandwidth like crazy.
but yeah, no, 7.074 is just pounding it in there.
Yeah.
Let's see here.
That's why I mentioned to Bill about making him an inverted V off of that tower for 40.
Do I need some kind of a standoff arm on to do that, or can I just use a pulley and a?
Well, I don't use pulleys. I know I said pulley the other day, but I don't use pulleys on things like that because they work good when they're new. But later on, or even when they're new, the rope could get between the housing and the pulley and hang up. So I use a stainless steel eye bolt as a pulley.
Oh,
and it never fails.
okay.
Yeah, it's not like you're like operating them every day either. So
Yeah. But what you can do is on the center of your inverted V, you have a way to hook to it, and you can put about I don't know, 2-foot rope between that and the tower. And then whenever you put the legs of your inverted V down, you can put them where you pull the center of that dipole out away from the tower. Follow me?
Yep, yeah, I do.
And
Then you said go down to don't go down to the ground, but put it on like 5 or 6 foot posts or something, or?
at least that, yeah. Higher, if you can get the ends of it higher, would be good. But if you can't, I think John, he has an inverted V, and I think he said his ends were down maybe 5-6 foot. He'll have to correct me on that, but that's good enough. You just don't want to get them down to 2 or 3 foot close to the ground.
Yeah, mine are way close to the ground. I'm gonna fix that.
How close are they, John?
Closer than you think. I mean, we're talking maybe matter of inches.
Oh yeah.
You know, that much.
Yeah,
So
I would
I'm looking at getting it up.
just put a post in the ground there and put a post in the ground and raise it up 4, 5, 6 feet would be good. That way it's out of the way when you mow the lawn. It's up high enough you don't hang yourself on it. 5 feet probably would be okay.
There's that FT8 app.
I can hear them.
Not too loud.
Are you decoding anything?
No, I've moved it off that sound card. It's just the SDR now.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there's other nonsense going on too.
You know that little interface that I gave you?
Yeah.
That is a sound card. I wonder if there's a way you could use that with your SDR, because you wouldn't be using the computer sound card then. I've never tried that, but I just was a thought.
You know, sometimes the external sound cards are superior to the internal.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I kind of got a relatively old laptop out here that I've been using. So
Yeah.
that's a lot of the problem that I'm having. But
Yeah.
I had some children break a couple of laptops this year during school.
Yeah.
And so I had a desktop computer out here, but I had to give it to them to use for school. And so I was relegated to my old laptop that I never used for anything other than writing.
Yeah.
So,
Long time ago, somebody was talking about some kind of like an app you could put on your computer that where you could divide the sound.
yeah, I had that.
What do you mean divide the sound?
Well, it's like you can, I can't remember. I looked at it. This was a year ago now, but basically you can set different like COM ports for different
Yeah.
things that all, so
Yeah.
you can hopefully separate like your FT8, whatever you're using to with Zoom and stuff and put them on different,
The problem is.
I'll look at that.
The problem is on the standalone SDRs, and I've been there, I don't do it anymore, but I had a homebrew SDR, it's a kit that I built, and you're running that SDR through a USB port, and then, and you're running the sound and the controls and everything through the USB, which takes up quite a bit of bandwidth. And then if you go to try to run a digital mode, you open up a digital software package that talks through a USB to that same one. So you have to have this bridge. It's a virtual port, it's a bridge to hook the two together in the computer. And the problem that I had with that, I could get it working, but 3 days later, I might have to go back in and do my settings again because something would change. So I lost interest in that.
Yeah, I think my problem is I still have you guys on audio, and it takes the audio from the computer
Mm-hmm.
and it takes it from the SDR and puts it into that WSJT program.
Yeah.
And so I think the confusion is we're here talking and I'm listening to you guys and it can't determine.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yes.
But it does work. I have used it. It works very well. But yeah, I'm just waiting on a 4-pin microphone jack that will plug into SignalLink, and it will be able to do FT8 through the transmitter.
Yeah, with this Kenwood, and he won't have to use that SDR, which means you won't have to have that virtual port.
Right. Right on the money. And that what you were showing me that today, that was 17 meters, right?
Today?
Yeah, 17 meters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is what I worked China on, not for last,
Right.
and which was dead tonight.
Yeah, well, we got a CME coming in, so.
So John, are you in need of a desktop?
I'm in need of a babysitter. No, yeah, I am.
I just decommissioned one or took one out of service that you're welcome to. It's an older computer with a Celeron chip in it. It's nothing really, it's not a real hot whiz bang computer, but it's a compact with a Celeron and memory and
Price is right, John.
yeah.
Yeah.
if you're interested in it, I'll make, I mean, it was working when I unplugged it just a week or so ago. So I assume, it's should still be working.
Hold on, I gotta let the cat in. Come on. Yeah.
Are you in the garage, John?
Yeah, this is where I'm relegated.
Well, you have a cleaner garage than I do.
I do what now?
Your garage is cleaner than mine.
Well, I've been banished here with all my equipment, and
Well, that's not a bad thing.
no, it's not. But then you deal with the complaints. I can't ever get you to come inside. Well, I'm like, well, my radio room is a mother-in-law in.
Yeah,
So-
you threw me out. So what do you expect?
So if you're inside and you're sitting there around with them, they say, well, why don't you get up and do something? You can't win, John.
No, you can't. Well, my mother-in-law, we take care of my wife's mother, and she took my radio room.
Yeah, I understand.
And so I was shoved out here.
Nothing wrong with that.
So I guess I just need a bed and my clothing out here and a shower, and I think it'd be all right.
Yeah.
But it kind of works out. I had my coax going through the wall through there, through another hole, but now it just comes through the door there.
Yeah.
And comes back here. And I was trying to work some DX today, but they were just getting stepped all over by these guys with these big amps.
Yeah.
And
20 meters.
yeah,
Yeah. 20 meters is a rat race.
I think I was trying to get Suriname, but there was a guy on there, man. He was just stepping all over him.
Hard to compete with 1500 watts and a Yagi.
Very true. So I think I'm going to designate your house as my contesting place there, Ken.
All right. We can rig up something.
I'm telling you, that'd be the perfect contesting place. I'm telling you. I can see my tent in your backyard with a generator going.
Yeah. We run 15 pieces of coax to the tent.
But no, I really, Bill, I really love his setup, the way he's got that coax going into those PVC pipes like that. That's pretty ingenious.
Well, I think I got that idea from Ken, probably.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Actually, I'm thinking about digging a trench and doing the same thing.
Yeah, PVC don't have to be very far down.
Down.
And
No, I didn't put mine very deep.
you don't need to be.
I have a ditch witch, but
Yeah.
I didn't see any point in, going down 2 foot with it or anything like
No,
that. It's
not
just
worth it.
No, I'm thinking about just digging a trench with a shovel.
Yeah.
And then picking up some of that PVC and then running the wire like he has,
Yeah.
and have it run out like that. You have that thing that goes like that.
Yeah, 180.
Yeah, I'm gonna have it come out just like that.
Oh yeah, I meant to tell you, Bill. He reminded me. Whenever you come up out of the ground with your PVC and you
Yeah.
make the 180,
Yep.
the PVC that's above ground, don't glue it.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
don't have to be glued.
yeah. You told me that.
Don't glue
The
what?
PVC. Don't
Oh,
glue the
oh,
joints,
okay.
the
Yeah.
joints on the each on the 90.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So you can take that off if you're pulling a piece of coax. Then you don't have to pull through that 180. Follow me?
Good idea.
So, and it
Excellent.
don't need to be glued if it's above ground because those PVC joints were sealed good enough anyway. And then,
Yep,
and then
they
stick
do.
some steel wool up in the hole so the varmints won't go up in there.
Ken, I'm curious, how long has that coax been in the ground like that?
Oh, that tower, that closest tower to my house has been up there for 30 years.
Yeah, so that's the best way to go. That PVC really protects that coax then. from
Yeah, and the
that weatherization.
gophers can't get to it.
Yeah, that's my problem. I've got gophers like crazy out
They'll
here.
tear up
Oh,
anything.
man, yeah.
Biggest thing that'll kill your PVC is the sun.
Yeah, that's
Deal.
right.
Well, the ground, it's there forever. The part
Yeah.
that's out in the sun's the part that,
Well, a good reason to put the coax underground and come into the side of your house is you don't pick up noise. The shield of the coax is not picking up noise if it's underground.
Yeah, no, I think I'm gonna get out there this weekend whenever I get sick of family and do that.
I
Definitely.
just used spade to dig the ditch. You don't have to be very wide or.
Well,
you know,
they
I
make
used-
a,
I
and
used
I'm
to
sure you know
sharpshoot
this,
it.
but they make a trenching spade
Yeah,
that's just perfect for
yeah.
doing that.
You use.
my hand won't fit on one. I've got one, but I'm palsied and it won't grip
It
the
won't-
handle anymore. By the way, Mark Klein said that the white PVC has UV resistance to it, but the gray doesn't.
Well, mine's all white PVC, but it don't matter if it's underground.
Well, I tell you, you're going to be shocked when you go down and price PVC pipe, though.
Yeah, it used to be cheap.
Oh, yeah, I was gonna ask you about that, but was it really bad, Bill?
Yeah, it was particularly bad at Lowe's. Don't buy it at Lowe's.
Okay, that's where I go.
They,
Lowe's here in Norman or?
yeah, Lowe's and Norman went from, I'm using 2-inch, and they, for a 10-foot stick, they went from $17.95 or $7.95 for a 10-foot stick to $17.95. And I found it a couple other places. Forest, are you familiar with Forest Lumber there on
Shields.
Robinson? No,
Oh.
not Robinson.
Oh, I'm thinking Oklahoma City.
No, I don't know. I've never heard of it.
Well, it's right off of Highway 77 on what's a mile north of Robinson? What am I trying to think of?
You're thinking of Rock Creek?
Rock Creek, yeah, Rock Creek. It's on Rock Creek just before you get to Highway 77.
How much is it there?
They had it for I think it was about $10 or $11 a stick, which is a lot better than $17.95.
Yeah, a lot better.
And
I remember when that stuff was $2 a stick, and the couplers and the 90s and stuff cost more than a 10-foot section of tubing.
yeah, it hadn't been out. You know, it just shot up here just recently.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
Well,
It's-
you know, I ordered a new thermostat for my central heat, and I had trouble with it. I don't know, 4, 5, 6 months ago. And so I went on Amazon and I found the exact one, and I put it in the cart. I didn't buy it, but I put it in the cart, and it was $99 then. And yesterday when I ordered it, it had gone up to $159.
oh my gosh.
The same thing, $50 more than it was 5 or 6 months ago when I put it in the cart. I should have bought it then. I should have bought it then.
Where was it at?
This was my heat pump thermostat,
Yeah, but what was the company? Is what I'm.
Amazon. On Amazon. Went up from 99 to 159 in about 4 months, I guess.
Yeah, things are going up.
I think they're just ripping people off. I think
You ain't kidding.
using an excuse to raise the price on everything. Well, you guys don't buy me any Christmas presents this year.
Oh, it's too late. I've already got it.
Yeah, right.
But I'll take it back if you don't want it.
All right.
All right.
What I tell my kids every year, don't buy me anything. I don't need anything.
Yeah. Yeah, you get to a point where like I told my wife, if we buy anything that's bigger than a bread box, we have to take something out that's of equal volume and get rid
Yeah.
of it.
Now, I agree with Bill 100%.
Getting that way around here, man.
Man, I just, oh,
We're just crammed tight with,
yeah, we can't,
Correct.
I didn't have this problem until I got a house. And
Yeah.
once I got a house, I just noticed how everything started to fill up. The
Yep.
attics and the drawers
Yeah.
and I'm like, where did all this crap come from? Well,
Yeah.
what are you hoarding?
I don't know. I've got a theory that no matter how much storage you've got, you'll always find a way to fill it up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I was up 3 weeks ago getting Christmas lights out to put out. And I'm like fighting stuff up there, kicking it and shoving it. And I'm like, why are we holding on to 1-year-old clothes? Let's go.
Yeah.
Donate this stuff.
you might have 2 or 3 more kids, John.
I don't know, man. I'm tapped out. I think I've had my fill.
Yeah.
They're starting to get to the expensive gifts too.
Oh, I know they are. This time and age, I can't imagine having 3 kids.
Well, I have 4.
4, yeah. That's right.
And they're not all necessarily to the really expensive age yet either.
No.
No, but if they'd stop breaking shit, we'd be all right.
He's got your daughter's 15, is that right?
No, she's 11.
11. So she's getting close to that expensive.
You might as well 11 going on 30.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
I have no idea what's going on in the world, Ken or Bill.
Yeah.
I just don't understand.
That computer I was telling you about still has Windows 7 on it. I'll probably get it down and see if I can load Windows 10 on it. But if you're interested in it, you're welcome to it. I mean, my wife was using it for her art projects up until I bought her another computer.
Well, do you want something for it or?
No. I mean, it's.
I ought to come hang a wire for you or something.
No, it's.
Get him on the air, Ken, for crying out loud.
It's yours if you want it.
Yeah. Send me an email if you can.
I've got a better video card I can put in it too.
I'm not worried about that. I just basic things. I mean,
I'm working on a computer for John too, but it's a weenie compared to what you're going to give him. I've got a little netbook that I'm going to give him to use. I think it'll really be super for putting a logging program on and using it field day.
yeah, I was gonna give that to my daughter, like we were talking
That
about.
would work good for your daughter.
Yeah, because she's getting ready she's gonna take 2 elements in February. So she's gonna take technician and general the first week of February.
So you've got a daughter that's actually interested in ham radio?
Yeah, actually, if you go to my QRZ page, she was out with me at 2021 Field Day, and we had a blast. The heat was a problem, obviously, but and the rain kind of made things weird. But yeah, she was out there making contacts.
That's
How
great.
about that? You don't
And
find
so-
many young girls, I don't think, that are interested in ham radio.
Yeah.
Well, it's just one of those things. It was our first camping trip together, and we were away from the other kids, and it was really a lot of fun for our setup. Now, if you look at QRZ, we had to take down what we had outside because of the rain. We had to move it inside the tent,
Yeah.
and it was kind of a trial and error thing.
Field day always is.
And I know what I'm doing next year, definitely.
That's what field day's for.
What were you using for power, John?
Generator.
Generator?
Yeah, so we were going to be one Bravo. So one transceiver, and then the other transceiver I had out there was just a backup in case the other one blew up. So it was a lot. I was telling Ken today, I said, I'm just looking for like a trailer where I could put all this junk in. Because I feel like whenever we go on a vacation or whatever, I'm trying to mobilize the United States Army, and with all the junk I have to take with me, and there's no room left in my van for people to sit.
Yeah. I told him he needs a tent trailer.
Yeah, or what?
I was looking at those today. There's a fellow on YouTube who's got one of those. I think he's up in either Minnesota or Wisconsin, Minnesota. And he takes it out every field day and he pops it up, and it seems like he has a grand old time. So
Yeah. You can haul a lot of stuff in them too, even whenever they're collapsed and you're towing them, there's room in there for storage. So you could put a lot of ham gear and things in there.
You know, they've got a trailer, a friend of mine's got one that's called a toy hauler. That
Oh yeah.
okay.
That would be really nice for
Yeah.
a project like that too.
I've got a fifth wheel, but my daughter-in-law, Andrea's sister, they live down by Stratford. They have a toy hauler, and they go to Arbuckle Lake with it, camp down there.
Yeah, we were talking about that.
Yeah, the lake that you like.
That's where I wanted to set up for field day, but I wanted to do closer to home. So I did Lake Thunderbird, was completely disappointed.
Yeah.
No,
it's pretty nice though not to be too far from home, in case something breaks or need
right.
cable or
Or you got to run your daughter back to the house to use the bathroom because
yeah.
that happened. There's wasps in there. I'm like, well, figure it out.
Don't bother them, and maybe they won't bother you.
Well, I told her I was in I was in the Army. We had to dig a hole, so you figure it out.
You see, if you had a tent trailer, it'd have a bathroom in it.
Let's see, Mike's coming in here. KB5HXT.
The only thing I don't have to go with the computer, John, is a monitor. Will that be a problem?
Oh, I got a mom looking at you on one.
Okay.
I got so many TVs in this house, I don't know what to do with.
Hello, Mike.
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
You too, Mike.
Oh, man, we're getting close to 8, aren't we?
What have y'all been talking about?
We're just talking about you most of the time.
Well, I knew that'd happen.
We was talking about John going on field day.
Oh. Was anybody on the FT8 today or 12 meters?
Mr. Ken.
I didn't do much today.
I got Spain this morning on 12. As soon as I tried the first rattle out of the box, I got Spain.
Fantastic.
Yesterday on 10 meters, I got Brazil.
Yeah.
So 10 meters is waking up a little bit. That was yesterday.
Well, there's 115 sunspots up there. So
they're all pointing the wrong way. Got to remember, John, the sun is round. Its light goes all directions.
Not to mention, oh, by the way, Ken, what you were seeing in your SDR today, that was a CME.
Say that again?
That was a CME that came through.
A coronal magnetic eruption. Is that what they call it?
You're saying that's why my 17 meters died?
No, it was a coronal mass ejection, but you were seeing the lines. Those lines you see are the ionization of the magnetosphere.
Did I see that?
Yeah, you were telling me about that this morning. You were like, what are these lines coming through here? You don't remember that?
Yeah, it could have been that.
And that was that CME coming in.
And that's why 17 meters died early today.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to check it on the net.
So FTA's been good to you, Mike?
Well, just for a little while. I only got, today I only got, let me find the date there. 4 stations in the log, 2 US, 1 Spain, and 1 Canada.
Are you getting close to worked all states?
Yeah, I've already gotten there on pretty much, not on one band yet, but I got worked all states.
Yeah.
I'm gonna mute here until I check in and then I'll join you guys again.
Okay, Mike.
So what kind of net is it they're talking about, Ken?
They have a 2-meter net where they check in.
Is it something like races, or is it just a casual net, or what?
I don't know which one it is tonight. They have a few different ones. It don't last long. You just wait till your turn and check in and say you don't have any traffic, and that's it.
Sounds kind of boring.
Yeah, to me too.
Yeah, we're boring. Yeah, no, we check in once a week or whatever.
Well, I'm proud of you guys
Why are you proud of us?
for checking in, because I never do.
I mean, you never know.
I
You
check
know,
into Zoom.
What's that?
I check into Zoom.
Yeah, you check into Zoom. Yeah. So they do the 2-meter Aries net here in Norman at 8 o'clock, and then there's the gossip net on 2 meters there at 8:30. And I believe the guy who started that, Lauren was his name. He was a good friend of mine. He was NJ3D, but he moved to Arizona. So it kind of, everybody kind of, I think it's more of a Denny thing now.
Well, I'm kind of on the fringe, for through a repeater, I could check in up through a repeater, but if it's not a repeater net, being out here, a lot of people won't be able to hear me.
Right.
And I've been thinking about checking in on the 6-meter net, but never can remember to do it. I can point my Yagi at whoever net control is.
I think it's it's on the tip of my tongue. BIM. That's his last 3 of his call, I think.
Oh, this evening on FT8, just might have been 5:30. Bill Baker was on there.
Oh yeah.
I seen his call sign pop up. So he was working somebody. I don't know him personally, but I know he's in the club.
Yeah, I see him on the Saturdays. We go. Bill, do you ever come out to the club meeting? Or
Have I?
yeah.
Well, there's only been a couple of club meetings since I've been a member. You got to remember, I only started this in September.
Yeah.
And then there's the COVID thing, and
Yeah.
the club didn't happen for quite a while.
Well, we've been going back since last April. So April or May. Can't
Yeah.
remember which one it was.
I checked in on Zoom one Saturday when the audio guy was there.
Bob Heil.
Yeah, Heil, exactly.
I'll headset.
But
Yeah, I'm not terribly wild about that, but Ken wouldn't say anything because he doesn't use a microphone, so he don't care.
I have a Hall headset. Oh, I was gonna show you the computer. There's that little computer back there, Bill.
Yeah, right there. You see it?
what's that? I'm sorry.
Right there.
Little computer.
Oh, the netbook?
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty cool little computer.
Yeah, it is. Why don't you want to keep it, Ken?
Well, I've had it for a long time. And I've tried it on a lot of different things, and it's just not fast enough for me. And I've got other computers. I've got another laptop. I've got an HP laptop that I use for portable stuff.
Speaking of which,
I just don't ever use it. Somebody might as well be getting some good out of it. And if
So,
you're
since I could-
use it, that'd be great.
I'm going to show you, Ken, what the logging software I use.
You say she's gonna take her test before long?
In February.
Well, she better put her logging program on this little netbook then.
Well, here was us for November sweepstakes. And here's the map of what we did.
That's cool.
What logging program is that?
It was, I was telling Ken about it earlier today. It's N3FJP up here. And he
So-
sells, go ahead.
Does it sort out different states, how many states you worked and?
Right, it did. So that's why you got this. Here's the map. Can you see the map?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And so those are the states I work for sweepstakes. Let's see. I wonder if I still have what we did for
so you didn't work Oklahoma or?
no, I didn't. It was crazy, the band conditions.
Yeah, right down the middle from Texas to North Dakota, you didn't work.
Yeah, and so real quick, so let's see if I can pull up field day. See if it's still saved in here.
I know Andrea, my daughter-in-law, trying to work all states, and she had a heck of a time getting Kansas on 10 meters. Some of them close-in states are hard to get on some of the higher frequencies.
Do you have to do that on specific bands, or can you?
You can do it on every band, or you can do it mixed. You can work all states on each band, but first you just do it mixed, which means all bands. And DXCC the same way. You can do 100 countries on all bands, and then you try to do 100 countries on one band.
Sounds like that would be maybe pretty easy on FT8.
It makes it a lot easier than it was back in the old days. I'd venture to say today on 17 meters, I could probably have worked 30 or 40 states today. That's how much was on. But it gets down to where it gets pretty easy till you get down to the last 10 states, and then it gets harder because you keep hearing the ones you've already worked. And some of these states don't have very many operators in them on any band. Wyoming is one of them. West Virginia seems to be hard for some people. Maine.
Alaska.
Yeah, there's quite
Yep.
a few operators in Alaska, but finding them on's a problem. I worked Alaska just a day or two ago on FT8 on 17.
Yeah, Alaska was my last station or state to get for that worked all states.
What band was it on, Mike?
17, I believe.
Yeah.
I'm on 30 right now. Just
Yeah.
worked a California station, although its call is the W0. And then
40 meters is open right now, Mike.
well, 40 and my computer don't get along, so I'm staying off of 40 and 20. Unless maybe I'm down about 5 or 10 watts, I can run it.
You're still getting RF in the shack, huh?
Yep. Yeah, I still haven't, what I need to do is I need to get a ground braid from the radio to the ground outside, and then ground all the other electronics to that ground outside, and hopefully eliminate that. It just collects in weird places. I did take care of it on the Raspberry Pi. I haven't had any more trouble on the Pi.
Yeah.
But it's now getting into one of my PCs, one of my desktop PCs.
Have you got a balun out at the antenna?
Well,
you have that 9-to-1 transformer, but it wouldn't hurt to put a balun right behind that.
like a winding of coax.
Yeah, it's called a current balun, 1-to-1, which means what kind of feed line you got going to that?
It's the RG8.
RG8?
Yeah.
Well, you could make a, I don't know, piece of 4-inch PVC and put maybe about 8 inches long, put as many turns on it as you can get, and tie wrap it and tape it on there and put it right where you hook to the 9-to-1 transformer.
Yeah.
And that'll keep that RF from coming down the shield of the coax.
I think that'll probably do it.
And it don't cost anything to do that. And if you don't have enough RG8 to do that, you could just build a coil with RG58 or RG8X and just insert it between the 9-to-1 balun and your coax.
I've got a spool of the 58.
Because you won't have much loss in that short run.
Right.
Even on 10 meters. Only probably a yard or so wrapped around there. So if you use a smaller coax, RG8X is pretty good stuff. But I think if you tried that, Mike, you'd get rid of that RF in the shack.
Okay, rather than having to run a ground. I should already have a ground from the radio, but I don't yet.
Yeah. Yeah, wouldn't hurt to do both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't get the field day thing up, but
What? Oh, the field day.
yeah, I was trying to get it up, but it's gone.
That's right. You got privileges tonight, don't you?
What's that?
You have privileges tonight.
What do you mean?
You can put stuff up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
It made you, he's co-honcho tonight.
Yeah, we're in trouble now.
But I'll show you let's see where I did. Oh, geez. I wonder if the scores were out yet. I've been looking for that.
Whenever I'm going through this little netbook computer, I found a log that was an EME log in this Dubus 2-meter moon bounce contest. I think that was in 2012. I came in 9th place, and I found the log today for that, which I was glad to find. I worked, I think it was 66 stations in that short time of the contest on 2-meter moon bounce.
Wow.
That was enough to get me 9th place in the world.
Wow.
The single operator low power. All right, let's see if I shared this here right. There I am. I finished 3 in the state.
All right.
Which I had help from my daughter. She came out and helped. Call area 5. Man, yeah, that guy's big time in Mississippi.
Wow. Almost 122 score.
Yeah, there I am, 23 in the region.
Mm-hmm. That's not bad.
I know, but man, this guy had to been moving for 121,000.
How does a single operator do that?
I don't know.
Lots of coffee.
Yeah. I had to break for a while. I mean,
so this is single operator low power.
Single operator low power.
So he must have. Wow, that's a lot of contacts.
Yeah, this guy had 200,000 in Oregon score. I think I'm way down the list here.
Oh, I recognize that guy in Kansas. On it.
Oh, there I am.
Yeah. Single operator, low power, 14,472. That's still a good score.
Yeah, I know, but that's 13 hours to operate, and I was going to lose my mind.
Yeah.
But these guys had to have been moving. I mean, just moving. They had antennas or they just found a frequency and camped out.
Yeah. They probably had big Yaggies.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that.
I got a guy and another guy wanting information about my unipole antenna. I've been conversing back and forth with him a little bit. He wants to build one for 160 meters.
That's why I think, Ken, you have like the best sweepstakes setup.
I can see the moon now on my camera.
Should be out.
It's up 7.5 degrees. But there's not anybody on, it looks like.
But yeah, Ken, if you get a microphone, man, you'd be killing it. You'd be 250,000 points there.
I've got a microphone. I've got that Heil headset hooked up to the K3. I just recently got that from Beth, the girl that moved. She's the one that had that interface.
Right.
That I passed on to you. I loaned it to her several years ago. When she moved, she gave it back to me, and I bought that Heil headset from her at the same time.
So I was finding that I need a foot pedal.
Oh, that'd be nice.
If you're gonna contest, you need a foot pedal to keep your hands.
If you have a foot pedal and a Heil headset, you're completely hands-free.
Right. You just got to remember to press down with your foot there.
You won't have any trouble doing that. Yeah, that's what I do.
See, Bill, there's all kinds of fun out here.
Yeah, way back when I was about 15, my buddy and I entered one of the contests, and I made a foot pedal out of a Ford starter switch that starter switches used to be on the floorboard.
Yeah,
Remember those starter switches?
I don't remember that far back. You must be older than me. Oh,
Could
yeah, I
be.
remember.
I'm not that far behind you, Ken.
I know it. Yeah, I remember those. That'd make a good one, though.
Yeah, it worked fine. I made a little platform, an angled platform to set it on so you could put your feet on it comfortably. And then I had the mic on a stand, and so we could, didn't just.
Didn't have to hold it.
Yeah,
Well,
didn't have to hold anything or flip any switches. You just hit the starter switch, and
That was back in the AM days, right?
absolutely.
Well, I was inspired to do sweepstakes by Peter Laws.
Really?
Yeah, he won the region, I think, back in 2010.
Hmm.
And he did it all on wire antennas.
Yeah, that's pretty
And-
darn good.
Yeah, he showed me the plaque and everything. I was like, man, I got to beat that out.
Yeah.
That's great. He's like, that's a lot of operating.
Yeah. Hey, I wish he'd get back on Zoom. He used to get on here.
Yeah, well, he's busy.
He used to get on here with me and Mike when he was doing digital. Those guys helped me test out some of my digital stuff.
Well, yeah, I know he's on digital a lot. I'm surprised you haven't seen him.
I worked him on 432 digital. It's in my logbook of the world.
Okay.
We worked 432 megahertz FT8.
I'm hearing Phil. I think somebody's radio.
That's me.
That's you. Okay.
I'm guilty. I'll turn it down further here because I don't gossip.
Oh, I get in there and check in once in a while, but But Ken, before I shoot that tree down, I'm gonna get one of those arborist guns. Get that 40 up higher.
You're gonna do what?
Get the 40-meter dipole up higher.
Well, you should have borrowed my spud gun. I've got a air-powered spud gun that shoots a bullet over the top of the tree, and then you pull your wire up.
You never said nothing.
You never asked.
What do you use for a bullet? A potato?
It's a piece of PVC that slips inside
Oh, okay.
another piece of PVC.
Gotcha. Okay.
The bullet is a smaller diameter PVC with caps on it, and then one end of it, I've got a eye screw going into it that the string hooks onto, and you drop the bullet down into the barrel, and I've got a Zebco 33 fishing reel hooked up to it. So you shoot that bullet over the tree, and then you hook your bigger rope onto it and reel it back across with the Zebco 33. Then you tie your wire on that and pull it up over the tree.
Yeah.
But it'll shoot a long ways.
Yeah. You use what do you use for fuel in it? Hairspray or?
No, it's an air operated.
Oh, okay. Compressed air.
Pneumatic. I just pump it up with my compressor to about 50 pounds. That'll shoot it for 300 feet or more. Try not to put too much air in there. I don't want to blow it up. Might be hazardous to your health.
Yeah. One of the guys that worked at it, Seagate, that I knew real well, built a potato gun way back when they were kind of popular, and
Yeah.
he got a little too heavy. I think he said they were using hairspray as a fuel.
Yeah, that's right. I
And
remember.
he set the thing off and shot it against his back fence and knocked a fence panel down.
I don't doubt it, man. I tested this thing and I put a piece of 1/4 inch plywood, leaned it up, and it put a hole in that thing about 6 inches diameter from
Good
about
grief.
30 feet away.
Holy moly.
That thing had knocked down a bear.
What diameter is the main tube?
I can't remember. It's like 1.75 inches or something like that.
Oh, that's not all
I
that
think it's
big.
a little less than 2 inches. But the bullet's oblong, the bullet is probably 2.5 inches long. No rifling, so it could be going end over end. I guess it wouldn't be going end over end that close to the target, but
Might need to put some feathers on it.
yeah. But it don't need too much improvement. It's doing pretty good. There's Ken made it finally.
Well, if you talk about him long enough, he shows up.
Yeah.
I can.
Hello, Ken.
How are y'all doing tonight?
We're doing fine.
Hey, I found your model train building.
Pardon?
I found the model train building.
Okay, great. Did you get to come in?
No, I didn't go down the street. It's a couple, almost 2 miles west of my parents' house. And I looked at it on the line the other day and I said, that looks familiar. And then I saw the address. Well, there's a light on 50th Street. And I go by that light and I finally looked up and saw that street name. And so I've been by your camera a couple times.
Yep. If you go south at that traffic light,
Yeah.
About, I guess about a 1/4 mile. Then you end up on a driveway that goes by a warehouse, and it just looks like you're just going to the end of the world. But anyway, right back down there, just 60, 80 feet off the tracks, probably 100, but it feels like it when I go by. Oh, excuse me. Setting traps. Somebody's been harassing my mother-in-law,
Uh-oh.
leaving dog piles in the front yard and scraping them up into little cones. It's kind of weird, and it's been going on for several days. So I took my webcam down there and set up a time-lapse camera. See if we can figure out who it is, and then I'll go beat them in the head. Probably get my ass whipped. But
Was it time lapse or is it motion sensor like a game
well,
camera?
I've just got it on time lapse on a computer that's got a full empty drive practically on it. Brand new, fresh format and load on it. So
Yeah.
it can put down many hours. But I think they're doing it in daylight. I don't really think they're doing it at night, but
Probably some kids, dumb kids.
well, they got big feet.
Some of them dumb kids got big feet.
It's an adult size shoe.
What?
Well, what footprints? It's an adult size shoe.
Well, I've seen some teenagers that had size
Yeah.
10 and 12 feet.
It could be 2 acres. It could easily be, but you know,
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna sign off here.
All right, Mr. Bill, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, to you, to everybody that's on, Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas, Bill. We'll see you next time.
Okay. Good night.
Take care.
Good night, Bill.
good night.
Ken's already getting sleepy.
I am. Been a hard day. Been busy all day. I exceeded my energy output quotas. Oh, well, anyway. Well, I got bits and pieces of a wire for my 5-element UHF Yagi. And I've set out 3 times to put it together and I haven't got there yet, but I'm getting close.
Good. It's gonna be VHF or UHF, you said?
It's going to be UHF dedicated. Yeah.
Well, when you get it up in there, let me know and we'll try to do a QSO.
What frequency is FT8 on 40 on UHF?
Let's see if I've got that. Man, I don't remember, but I think, let me change this mode.
I'll turn on the radio and tune it up before I finish cutting everything.
Oh, it's 432,174.
432.
432,174.
Well, that's what the dimensions are on the, that's what the plan that I have has dimensions for.
Well,
So
good,
that should be good.
good deal.
Yeah, Ken, 40, I've got 40 is just banging FT8.
Yeah.
For the mark. Last night it was 20 was hot.
On FT8.
Yeah. He's got that little random length unfed, antenna that's giving him fits. It's only 24 feet long.
Who does?
Mark Clayton.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it's a 24-foot long antenna with a 4-to-1 on it. And
4-to-1.
4-to-1. That hits me as wrong.
Yeah,
And
me
then
too.
the impedance wasn't matching exactly. So
If it's in fed,
Peter told him to put a 75 ohm, some RG6, and he got better SWR when he did that. But it's to me, it's an unlikely mix of dimensions and specifications and anything to make a decent antenna. But
it's not really something I'd want to transmit into, just between me and you.
yeah, I know. Well, so I'm kind of wondering what it would do if I took it. He's got it stretched from about 6 feet high on one end to the top of his house. And I'm kind of wondering what it would do on a vertical 30-foot fiberglass pole with a proper, with a 9-to-1 or a 49-to-1 or something on it.
It would do a lot better.
And I bet he'd get some decent response out of it. And he's getting RF in the house, RFI.
Yeah.
Enough to trip.
That's because he's got a big mismatch.
Yeah. But
yeah, well, I think you're the man to help him out there.
I think I'll.
How about the 49-foot part? Can he extend that up to?
Yeah. Say that again.
Can he extend that short wire a little longer?
I don't know why it's so short. And they claim 80 meters through 10.
There's no way that'd work on 80.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. It's a
quarter wave on 80 meters is 66 feet.
I know. So I can't imagine it working like 2% or 3% efficiency or something.
That's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost as good as my 630 meter antenna, which is pretty low efficiency.
Yeah. Oh, goodness.
Yeah,
Must have been the chili. I think it was the chili that might have done it. Something did me in.
yeah, I think you're on the right track. You got to do something that antenna's not. Was that a store-bought antenna?
Yes, it is.
Wow.
Store bought, eBay bought.
Yeah.
I don't know who made it, but he just thought put up well, he's talking about putting up a DX commander.
Yeah.
Then you'll have a true multi-band, good, usable antenna. And if you do the inverted L on 80 meters with the appropriate length of wire, it perform reasonably well.
Mm-hmm.
It still doesn't take up very much real estate.
Inverted L's work pretty good on 80 and 160.
I don't know about, yeah.
You got to remember that inverted L is a top-loaded vertical antenna.
Mm-hmm.
That's what an inverted L is. So the vertical part of it is the important part. And that's the part that most people don't get high enough in the air.
Well,
Because it's hard to do. You know, in Oklahoma, we don't have 100-foot trees.
no. Well, when you put it up, if you put it up on the commander pole, it goes up about 25 feet and then branches off. And he gets moderately decent results with it that way.
Who's this?
Callum, the DX commander.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Owner.
Yeah.
Yeah. It tunes up good, and he does DX, runs DX with it, and anyway, he gets reasonable results out of it. But he also uses it, I think, like a lot of the folks with a more localized or regional nets. So
17 been open pretty good lately until today, but I think it's yesterday or day before I worked China on 17 meters.
Wow.
And the day before that I worked the Philippines and South Korea.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I pick on that DX stuff, and on 17 meters in the morning the DX is good to Europe, and then in the evening around 5:30 or 6 o'clock is whenever the propagation moves to the west of us. Japan's coming in like gangbusters. I mean, there was 20 JAs and decoding in one sequence today on 17 meters. Earlier today, like 5 o'clock, just before before the band started going down the tubes.
Yeah, that big wind we had literally snapped a rope on one of my guy lines, snapped it in half, and blew the commander over. And I needed to work on 20-meter wire anyway, so I did, and got it back up. But I need to go ahead and populate it with all the wires. And
takes a while to do that.
Anyway, it does. But the short wire, anything under 20, I just string a piece of zip line up through one of the higher spreaders, and I just take the wire up and down until I get the length I want, and then I'll go back and fix it. So I don't have to take the thing down every time. But anyway, not enough oxygen in here, I think. That must be it. That's why you yawn, right?
I've heard that.
It's the opposite. Yawning is done when you have too much CO2 in your blood.
Yeah. Okay. Not enough oxygen. Yeah.
No, CO2, not O2.
It's an imbalance in the oxygen and CO2. I'll buy
There
that.
you go.
I'll buy that. Oh, Lord. Well,
Hey, John, are you seeing me on FT8? Are you still on 40 meters? You're muted, John. Well, you don't show muted, but I can't hear you.
I haven't seen you, but I can't, I have to go over there. I can't see across the room. But you just can't see that. That monitor is completely washed out. Well, you can see down at the.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I was messing with it. I don't know what's going on. I can't get this to work. I was trying to see you. Well, I was trying to see anybody, but
Yeah. Usually if I can't see anybody, it means my computer's decided not to look at that port anymore.
yeah.
I end up rebooting the computer.
Got too many USB things going.
Thank you. Thank you, Ken.
What?
Yes. Working the issue.
Yeah, I'm shutting down this.
What, the ICOM, shut it on down?
Yep.
Up. That means Ken might be ready to go. Ken sounds like my dad. We're shutting it down.
Save that battery.
Right? No. Yeah, I'm going to play with it more. You know, last, what was it? Friday, Ken, I had it going good. And of course, when I want to show you, it won't cooperate.
I think the problem is just that Zoom takes up so much bandwidth on the USB stuff. You got audio and video both going on. Hey, I see Ken's got his rods and reels up on the ceiling up there.
Yeah.
I just commissioned my daughter-in-law to make us a rack to hold our rods and reels, but I don't have it about half as many as you've got.
well, that was built originally as a wall mounted,
Yeah,
and I just went ahead and bored the holes out in the bottom,
yeah.
mounted the two pieces on the ceiling because I didn't have enough wall space for it.
Well, that's a good idea. And besides that, it's up and out of the way.
Very much out of the way, and it actually the garage door is under them when it opens up,
Yeah,
but that's good space. That's good use of that space.
yes, it is.
I like
I was gonna have her build it on the wall, close to where the garage door opens.
Mhm.
The only thing about that's almost like I'd have to have a ladder to get it down.
I got a little two-step that I keep in the garage.
Yeah,
So that's what I do with my antennas as well. And with the
Yeah, gotcha.
They're just hanging off hooks. Oop, there it is.
Yeah,
Hanging off hooks along with some pipe and stuff, but
good idea. I got to do something to get mine up off the, leaning up in the corner out in the garage.
I can just get up on it a little two-step and I've got it out in the yard in a matter of minutes, and at least the ones that I'm the ones that I'm using,
I guess probably it wouldn't matter for me. I don't ever get to go fishing anyway, so
You like to fish, Ken?
I do, but I don't ever go.
Come out to field day.
Thunderbird?
Yeah, why not?
I'd rather go to Lake Arbuckle.
Well, I'm not trying to go all far.
oh my goodness. Oh,
But I think I got a new spot picked out for winter field day, but I don't think it's gonna be fishing time.
No, I don't think so either.
No, it'll be too cold.
I'm
Wait.
telling you, next time you're out this way, go over and check out that area at Shawnee Lake.
Yeah, I shall.
But winter field day, you could probably do it at Thunderbird because it won't be crowded. in the wintertime.
They might have stuff closed up for that, but I don't know. That might be a little too cold. We need to do field day like in the middle of the year. Like we need to do it in April and April.
yeah, you're right. You are absolutely correct.
I don't know. I think October would be a good time to have it.
Yeah, April and October. Because man, I mean, I was out there in June and I was sweating. Bullets. I mean,
well, April is tornado season.
well, not quite.
I don't want to be out there during a tornado.
Well, I'm gonna tell you right now, Ken, if you were out into what I was out back in June, you would have thought.
You'd have taken a tornado instead.
No, man, there was lightning everywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's another problem. So you don't have all that crap so much.
And I'm lucky I had a good tent because I mean it literally poured rain from about 4 in.the.morning until about noon.
Yeah. October is the best time, I think, to have it.
Yeah. Well, we should call it fall field day.
Yeah,
How's that?
I agree.
But where it's a little more mild. You know what I mean? Not excruciatingly hot.
When we used to go traveling, we went in September because we'd go to places like Rocky Mountain National Park and places like that. If you go in September, the people with school kids is already gone. So you don't have such a big crowd. And the temperature's cool. And in September and October in Colorado, the aspen leaves are turning and it's just beautiful up there.
But I mean, they've been doing field day last week of June for 100 years. They're not going to change it.
Yeah. We can have Oklahoma field day whenever we want.
Right?
All right, John.
You might just start something. If you started that up, that might take off.
Yeah, I think you're right.
John, you ready for a frequency test?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on 40 meters, 1400 hertz. Oh, and CQ right now.
All right, I'll look.
I'm looking. Oh, good heavens. Oh, where's that? Seriously. Did you get him, Ken?
I don't see him.
I'll be going right over you.
I've got,
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
Where are you at, Mike?
Southeast Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
Sooner.
You're
Sooner and
going over.
89.
Okay.
okay,
So I'm at 12th and Cedar Lane. So
I've got JT alert set up where I can see 27 decodes at one time, and every time it fills up all 27 of them. So, and I don't have time to scan it before it goes away, see if you're there or not. Oh, you're calling CQ, right?
Yeah.
So it should be green on the screen, right?
Well, on WSJTX, it should be green.
give me 1 second.
Tell me when you start and end transmission, Mike.
Okay, I'm going to start now. Just ended. Start.
Right now?
Started just now, yeah.
Yep. Give me that frequency again.
1400.
1400.
Yes. It's showing my transmit frequency of 7.07350, but I'm listening on 7.07400.
Hold on.
Well, I'm looking at all the strong signals around 1400 and I haven't found you yet.
Oh, well, I'm the only one at 1400 that I'm seeing.
Oh, I see 6 of them right around there.
Oh, well, I can move up or down. Anything above 50.
It wouldn't matter. They're all over the band. It's the whole thing.
Well, my waterfall shows everything less than 500 is blank, and greater than 1500 is blank. Not seeing any signals outside of that.
Like I said, on every sequence, I'm decoding 27 different stations.
Woo.
More than that, because I
Yeah.
can't see more than that.
Do you have an amplifier?
Huh?
Do you have an amplifier on for receive?
Yeah, I have my preamp turned on,
Oh, okay.
but if I could turn it off, it did the same thing.
Oh, well, it's that good antenna you got over there. That's what
I'm
it
using
is.
a 17-meter dipole.
Yeah. Okay, I've stopped transmitting. I'm gonna look, go down to 694 and chase this guy.
I just turned my preamp off.
I don't know why I'm having issues with this.
So, who are you calling, Mike?
KC3 SZH. He came back to me. I can't see where he is. So my grid tracker didn't bring him up. He gave me a -14 and I'm giving him a +01.
That's mighty strange. Oh,
There he is.
KC3 what?
Sierra Zulu Hotel.
I seen him there for a second, but he's gone now.
He's in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Hey, Nacho. Hi, Nacho.
Well, that does it. Tomorrow I'm gonna work on 40-meter antenna, and since I moved my HF station to the other side of the room, I have to reroute coax.
Yeah. I wished I had that problem. Yeah, I work that was Pennsylvania, and I'm running 30 watts right now. So
30 watts.
yeah,
Well, you had a good signal report from him.
yeah,
14. That's
-14, and I
that's
gave
good.
him a +1.
Yeah.
So
That just means he was running more power than you.
Yeah. Yeah, old Nacho doesn't know what to do because Judy's gone. Yeah, so he's moping around here begging.
Yeah.
Begging for food and
attention.
And he's getting attention too. So he sits in my lap if I'm in the recliner watching TV or something. But I guess he wants me back in there because most evenings I'm in the living room.
Yeah.
Isn't that right? You want another one? Notice I got another snack up here.
So next week, John, will you be out here on Wednesday? Can you hear me, John?
Did he mute himself again?
It's not muted, but
His lips are moving, but we can't hear him.
I can't hear him talk.
Yeah.
He might just be moving his lips and trying to fool us.
How about now?
Oh yeah.
Now we can hear you.
Please, it's this damn virtual thing I'm doing.
I tell you, I got tired of that crap. You won't have to worry about that once you get that cable.
No, I won't.
Then you can use the Kenwood.
Yeah. Next week I'm out there on Wednesday because we're taking Monday off, not Friday.
Okay.
So
I'll probably have this little computer ready for you by then.
So I'll be out there at the travel plaza.
So do you drive the van everywhere?
Actually, I meet with a driver on Wednesday. I just follow the driver.
Mm-hmm. Well, when you first told me, you told me you delivered beer out there.
Yeah, we do.
And you said you was gonna drop by. I was thinking you was gonna drive your big beer truck out here, and I was gonna tell the neighbors that I was on the route now.
No, my days of driving trucks are over.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So I did that in the Army and did that here for a while, but yeah, no, I follow a driver. I go out with a driver on Wednesday. We start about 4:00 in Nuwala and Hera.
Yeah.
And then we end at Fire Lake Travel Plaza there. And,
Well, seems like you finish your route pretty early. I know you get started early though, probably.
yeah, I mean, it all depends. Today was kind of weird because we had a couple of hangups, people not being open when we got there.
Yeah. So you had to wait for them?
Yeah, you got to sit there and wait in the cold.
Yeah. That's a waste of time.
It sure is. But yeah, we'll be out there next Wednesday, same bat time, channel and everything.
Okay.
I guess I'll stop by and borrow your shooting gun.
Yeah. You got an air compressor?
I do what now?
Do you have an air compressor?
Yeah. Oh, we just got booted by. I guess they went off.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it just worked Chester, West Virginia. That's 983 miles away, still on 30 watts.
Well, you're doing really good.
So 40 meters is being good to me tonight.
Yeah, 40 meters is looking good.
It really is.
This guy's call sign though is WZ8LHR. He's in the wrong neighborhood for an 8 call, isn't he?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't tell anymore.
No.
Call signs don't give you a clue anymore.
And he's got a brand new QRZ page.
Yeah. You get real excited when you see a KH6. Think, man, I'm going to work Hawaii, and it ends up being Arkansas or somewhere.
Yeah. Well, it's probably a vanity call. His name is Lance Hooper, and he's got an LH in his call.
Yeah.
Probably a vanity. I don't know. But yeah, this is what I do if I'm not watching a video on how to fix something. I got started on the van today. I got to go finish it tomorrow.
Yeah, you're getting close.
Take that front axle out and replace it. And cross my fingers that that's what was making the noise and not the wheel bearing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Front wheel drive.
Yeah.
You say it was a Chrysler product?
Yeah, it's a 08 Chrysler Town and Country van.
Yeah.
It's got a little, I think it's a 6-cylinder in it, either a 6 or a 4. It's a small motor, and it would, get good mileage on the highway.
Yeah.
Just sip on that gas. But it doesn't get as good a mileage as my little Prius that my wife took to Arizona.
Yeah. Has she back yet?
No, she won't be back till right around New Year's Eve, I think.
So you get to be boss for a while, huh?
Yeah, I just got to remember when to kick the dancing girls out.
Yeah.
Ken, what are you doing for Christmas?
We're staying home.
What, you gonna cook?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And my daughter-in-law will do the cooking. I'll do the eating.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Talking about you on Zoom being gone, leaving me here by my lonesome. Love you.
Hey, it worked pretty good, huh?
Well, y'all, I'm gonna have to get off of here. Oh man.
Well,
go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, you better think about where you can put that 40-meter vertical in the middle of your backyard.
Yeah, I can't infringe on the play area.
Yeah.
So-
Well, I don't think that would infringe on it. One pole sticking up. Hey, I watched a Zoom, a YouTube thing today on a flagpole antenna. That was
Really?
it was pretty interesting and really camouflaged. It was a vertical, you know,
Okay.
and it even had a flag on it. The guy was he was in one of them restricted areas. So, and actually what it was a vertical dipole. The coax came underground to the bottom of the flagpole and went up inside the flagpole in the tubing to the center of the antenna, and then that's where it connected. And at the middle of the flagpole, the top part was insulated from the bottom part, so that made him a vertical dipole. So he didn't have to have radials by doing that,
Wow.
and he was vertically polarized. So that's a good idea.
Yeah, I'm gonna look that up.
Yeah. Flagpole video on YouTube. You'll probably find maybe several of them.
Well, you guys have a Merry Christmas. I guess, Ken, I'll give you a call on Wednesday, okay?
That'd be fine. All right.
All right, you guys have a good Christmas and take care, okay?
You too.
Okay, good night, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I'm going to, guys. Merry Christmas, everybody.